Yo, welcome back to another video. So let's move on from the 1.6, all the craziness of the live stream, and let's keep our heads into these new characters that we will be getting in 1.6. And especially today, I want to talk about Ruan Mei. And I think a lot of people are still wondering, like, how good she is. If you didn't know, and about how good she is, and should you pull for her or not? And especially I think there are a lot of people who are still wondering if they should like pull for Silver Wolf now, or is Silver Wolf better than Guanmei, and which one is better, right? Obviously. So this video is for you then, and I'll explain later in the video how I think about her, or how I think you should pull for her or not, and how broken she is. And especially I think she will be like a meta breaker. She will change the meta of how the game goes in the future and stuff like that. So let's get to it. Okay, so before we start, I want to go over her kit a little bit, her skill kit, just to get the general idea of what she does and stuff like that. So let's see, as you can see, I'm on the live stream, the 1.6 live stream here. This was a crazy live stream, probably one of the best one. Let's skip over. That's her base attack, and then this is her skill. So as you can see, her skill C buff. This is a buffing skill. Basically it increases all the allies break weakness break efficiency. That's what they mentioned in the live stream, but they forgot to mention one thing, is that the skill also buff all of the allies damage. I don't want to leak the numbers yet, but that's what her skill does. So it buff all allies damage, and then all allies weakness break efficiency, not break effect, but weakness break efficiency. And this is her ult. See, so her ult C create a field. That's what they said in the live stream. Create a field, and then she increases all type res pen of all the allies, right? So I would think all type res pen is I think you just deal more damage, right? Depends on whatever element you have on the team. Uh, but the one special thing I want to talk about is, as you can see in the screen here, whenever you pop your ultimate, then one of the effect of the ultimate is when you break an enemy. So as you can see, the enemy's weakness broken here. It delays the enemy recovery point, if that makes sense. So after you break the toughness, which is the white bar on top of the enemy, you can see here the white bar. When you break that weakness, right? The enemies will get delayed to, I'm not sure how many or how long, because they didn't mention it in the live stream. The enemy will get delayed, so their recovery point time is much longer than the usual ones. So I think that's huge, to the of course, to the characters and to the playstyle. I'll talk about more of that. I'll talk about more of it later in the video and stuff like that. And then her technique is just uh whatever, right? I mean, it's not really whatever. So when you pop the technique, you increase the speed of all for the team. They didn't say that in the live stream, but I was just gonna say it. And then when the allies break enemies target weakness, one may just deal extra damage and stuff like that. So it's not that big of a deal and stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. She's very straightforward, and I guess very fun. So let's go next to the next topic about whether you should go for her or not, whether how broken she is. So let's get it. Okay, so let's talk about how good Ruanmei is, and how broken she is, and why I think she is the one character that you would use in every team competition, or every playing styles. I think you would need her, and she would be a very good character that you probably must have on your team. So first, let's get to know her a bit, right? So she's an ice harmony characters, and as we know from all the previous harmony characters, there's no bad harmony characters currently in the game. I mean, if you look at the tier list, well, which I don't have it right now, all the harmony characters are placed very high up on the chart. Uh, I think currently in the game, probably Bronya is probably the first one, like the most better one out of the all, and then next probably Tingyan, and then maybe Hanya, just for that skill point regeneration. But yeah, so you would imagine a limited 5 stars harmony character that the first one that come out would be very strong, right? I mean, there's no way Hoyover is just gonna make that the limited one very bad, which is Ruan Mei in this situation. So I mean, the first thing that you would assume is, wow, this character is gonna be broken in probably every way or any way. And after looking at her kit and stuff like that, I mean, she is good, no doubt she is good, and I think she might be better than Bronya in terms of not only like buffing, attack buffing, speed buffing, but she also gives the team the survivability uh, in one of her kit, and I'll talk more about that later in the video. But yeah, I would think that's the first thing that people would think about uh, why Ruanmei is good and why she's broken. I will put like a list of things on the screen. I'll edit later in the video just for you to make it like easier. But yeah, the second thing that I think why she's broken is that she is, according to her kit, right? She has like the weakness break efficiency, so you would assume that her kit is revolved around break effect and speed. So you would she give out like a new playing style rather than like different from other harmony characters, which like buff attack, crit damage, like Bronya, and then where Hanya is generate skill points. But in this case, she's not really like a buffing type. Well, even though she does has buffing skill, but her kit is like it also gives all the allies weakness break, which is very interesting. And why I think those are also give your team the survivability in combat, because I think weakness broken is probably one of the most important mechanics in the game, and also give you like it gives you a window for for your next strategy, because while the enemy is down or delayed, you have your chance to like probably basic attack, generate skill points, stuff like that. But in Guanmei case, her one of her skill kit allows you to delay that weakness broken even more, so you have more time to planning on your next attack and stuff like that. If you need skill point, you just basic attack, you gain that skill point back, and then while the enemy is still delay, stuff like that. And plus, she is very universal. What I mean is you can use her in every team comp, every playing style, dot team, hypercarry teams. I mean, she works everywhere. Rather than if you look at others harmony character, let's say Bronya for example, you can only use Bronya with hypercarry teams, and where DPS character that needs crit damage and stuff like that, because she buff crit damage, right? Her ult, so that's one of her best skill. But if you use her in a dot team like Kafka, I mean, that doesn't work, because Kafka doesn't need crit damage. She only needs attack. Unless you play Kritka, then that would be different. But most people are just play attack, right? Attack Kafka, the normal dot team. Another example is that, let's say Hanya, where she generates skill points. I mean, generating skill points is good, but if you put Hanya with like I guess Jing Liu, where you don't really need that much skill point, because Jing Liu is you need heavy on the crit damage side and attack, right? So like, that doesn't work either. But with Ruanmei, you, I mean, her skill kit revolve around weakness break. So, I mean, anybody, any character can weakness break, and that's the one interesting that I found in her skill kit and her playing style, which is very universal. You can just use her everywhere with every team, and that's it. That's another thing I want to add onto that. Um, the third thing is I want to talk about is the survivability, which I mentioned earlier in the video about her kit is that she allow you to delay the enemy weakness. I mean, after you broke the enemy's weakness, right? So she delays that even further, so longer, so the enemies gets delayed even further, which give you a much longer window where you don't take any damage, where you can just freely do anything. Which other harmony? There's no other harmony characters that allows you to do that. Allows you to have that survivability for your team, right? Except for Guame, which I found it very cool because let's look at the broken here. The weakness broken. So after you weakness broken, and then it takes, I'm not sure how long, they didn't mention this in the live stream. It delays the enemy for much longer because usually if you if you play without Guame and you break the weakness, right? The enemy probably gonna get delayed for like a turn or two. But with Guame, it is longer, so I'm not sure how long. But imagine if you can delay the enemy for half a cycle, because you can move like 2 or 3 times per cycle if your team fast enough, I believe. So imagine if you can delay the enemy for like half a cycle, even a cycle, right? I mean, that's huge. Thing could change in half a cycle or even a cycle, stuff like that. Because this is a strategy game, so everything counts. And I think that that mechanic in her kit is just too broken, too good to pass on, and that is why that's probably the most three thing why I think you should pull for her, and why she would be like a meta changer in the game. And probably lastly, I want to talk about Silverwolf and Guame and which one is better. I mean, the answer is obvious, right? Of course, I'd always spend my money on Guame because Ruanmei is just her skill kit and stuff like that is just too good. I think it's way better than Silverwolf. Whereas Silverwolf, yes, you have the elemental weakness apply to whatever elemental you want, but the more you play the game, the more you really don't need Silverwolf. And a lot of people already like figure out, they realize that they after they pull for Silverwolf, yes, she might be helpful now, but later in the game, it just you really don't need her, right? She's useless. But I mean, you do you, whatever you want. But I would recommend for you to skip Silverwolf and pull for Guame, because Guame just too good to like to skip, too good to skip. And yeah, I mean to wrap things up, I think you should if you're still wondering what to do, I think you should skip Silverwolf, pull for Guame, and you know, you won't regret it. I think Ruanmei will be one of the most broken characters in the game. Yeah, probably in the game, unless they release another one. But yeah, I guess that's it for the video. Don't forget to comment down below what you think about this. Hit the like, subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one.